I was in the store the other day, and when I finished, shopping, I went up to the cash register. The young lady behind the cash register, I spoke to her because I like to try to always be cordial and greet people. And so I said, "Hi, how are you?" And she spoke back, and I said, "You just look too young to be working here, girl." And I could tell, she had a little smirk on her face, and I could tell that it made her feel uncomfortable. And I thought that maybe I had kind of struck a little sensory or a little nerve or something like that. And I was immediately checked in my spirit about it, because first of all, I'm sure she probably hears that throughout the day, probably has heard it all of her life, and of course she knows, because she knows what size she wears, or how tall she is, or how youthful she looks, because she probably looks in the mirror or what have you. And it made me think about when I was younger. And people used to always say, "Oh, Sharon, you're so skinny, girl. You're so bony." Things like that. And it didn't sit well with me. I really didn't like that, because it was like, first of all, I know that I can see people tell me all the time. And you just really kind of get tired of hearing it. It just makes you feel some kind of way when people constantly reminding you of the same thing over and over, and you already know. And so I can only imagine that maybe she felt that way also. And so I was really sorrowful for actually just bringing that up, because you never know how it's affecting a person mentally. And so I just want to remind y'all, let's just try to be careful about what we say and what we point out about a person's appearance, because we, even though it was meant to be cordial and nice, sometimes it can touch a person in a negative way, or make them feel a negative feeling about it emotionally. And so, hey, yeah, tell me what you think about it. Has that ever happened to you, where people constantly point out something about you on your person, and it's like you already know that, you hear it all the time, and it just doesn't sit well, and you just kind of want people to stop? Let me know what you think in the comments.